I'm terrified
Yeah.
of being I mean, I'm sure everyone's touched some wood right now, but I've only been under general anaesthetic once in my life.
Me too.
And I'm terrified of going under general anaesthetic now, post being on the TV and the Inbetweeners stuff, because I just think people will just have a little look at my knob. I just think they will. I think they'll be like, "Well, we've got Joe from the Inbetweeners in here."
I don't think they'll look at your knob.
I think they will. I think they will, Joe.
I don't. I mean,
that's also why, like me and Claire, we're our youngest child is how old is he? He's 13 in a couple of months' time. That's our youngest child.
Yeah.
Is 13. Me and Claire, we're done with the kid thing.
Yeah.
So I should. And I know I am as well. Listen, let's be realistic. Whatever happens with me and Claire, I don't know. She might finally come to her senses at some point. But I know that even if
she's got too many sunk costs now.
But even
if
I was to move on,
it'd be embarrassing for her because she would have wasted all this time and she'll just make it look as though
like an idiot.
Yeah, she'd look like an idiot.
All that stuff that all her pals were saying at the beginning of her relationship. What are you doing with him? Like, what the fuck's going on?
You were right, and they were like, oh my god.
She doesn't want to prove them right.
No, exactly. Yeah, she's.
Like if me and Claire split up or whatever, like I've no intention of having it with Claire or without her. I don't want any more kids at all whatsoever.
Yeah,
I should go and have the old snip, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
I don't want people looking at my knob. It's
so I don't think they are going to look at your knob.
Someone's going to have to with that.
I see with that thing.
With that
right.
thing,
well, yeah,
definitely.
but in a.
I feel like I've had
professional.
I feel like I've been ambushed by doctors in the past as well, where I've gone into situations where I'm definitely sure I'm not going to have to get my knob out, but then I do.
Yeah.
I remember we did that thing. No, but I remember when for the Inbetweeners movie, the first Inbetweeners movie.
Oh, yeah, that was funny.
You all have to go to Harley Street.
Yeah.
And we all went at different times because it was fit around our schedule for the rehearsals.
Yeah.
So we're like, oh, James, you're not in this afternoon. These scenes are just Blake and Bird and whatever, right? So I'll
whoever they are,
whoever the fuck they
Joey,
Joey Simons, and
Sarah Jessica Parker.
So they go, all right, you go off to your doctor's appointment now, and I think I was the last one to go. Went to Harley Street. It's for the insurance because if you die, they can't do a film, and I thought it was to make sure you're healthy enough to do a film. No, it's not at all. No, it's not. It's to just say we had him checked, and now he's died, and we can't make a film, so we need some money back.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
And I came back, and I was the last one to go to my doctors, and I was talking to you boys, and I was like, God, it's a bit intense, wasn't it? Like usually it's like, oh, was you out of breath walking up the stairs on the way in? And you go, no. And they go, right, you're fine to do a film. Because funny enough, you don't have to be in the peak condition to make a movie.
No.
Unless you're Tom Cruise and you're jumping out of planes or whatever.
Yeah, but
you're fine.
Yeah.
Right? Usually all the films that I've been doing are usually set in someone's living room or in a restaurant or something.
We're not generally playing characters who are supposed to be
action heroes, we're
not meant to look good, without top off.
So, and I came back to the rehearsals to carry on the day with you guys. I was like, "Fucking hell, that was a bit much, wasn't it? Fucking having to check your old balls and your cock there." And all you boys went, "What? What are you talking about?" I was like, "Well, my doctor, who's the oldest man I've ever seen in my life, by the way, had his bony, had all his bony fingers, like feeling my pipes in my balls, which I didn't know was a thing, to be honest. I don't know what he was doing. And in hindsight, I'll be honest, I've thought about it a tiny amount, and I stopped myself from thinking about it because I go, yeah, that was unnecessary. I'm not 100% sure what's gone on in that situation. It was, I cannot find any logic in my brain. I can't find out a reason why. He said, how old are you? And I think I was 24 or something like that, 23. He was like, well, you're in the bracket for testicular cancer, so I better check that. and then make sure
Okay.
you're all right. And I went,
Well,
okay.
Well, yeah, it's a free testicular cancer check.
I tell you something, man. The guy, the chap there, it's not the biggest at the best of times, and he really fucking let me down. Any sort of situation where, where he might have to pop out and say hello for a second, I feel like he's going, no, absolutely not.
Yeah, I've never been impressed with my one.
Sometimes I do, like
I don't even know.
Sometimes I do catch it, and I go, "Do you know what? You're not doing too bad, Nan. You're doing all right."
Oh.
And then other times, it looks like a completely different penis is on my body, like some sort of child has swapped penises with me or something.
The cold. You mean really cold?
But not even cold. Like any water, unless it's the shower. Any water. Leaves me like most swimming pools are heated to a, for want of a better word, degree. Puntastic. No, what is it?
Unbelievable.
That's unbelievable. That is unbelievable. Yeah.
Right. But they're not.
And it might
anytime,
just about be, for want of a better word, as well. But
anytime I'm in a swimming pool, the guy just goes.
Yeah.
Just disappears. Like sometimes I've when you go on holiday with the kids and stuff like that, and you spend a day by the pool, and I've been getting in and out of the pool all day long, and then I have a shower in the evening, and I go, where are you? Where have you gone there? I'm trying to clean you, mate. We're in the shower now.
Just doesn't want to be clean.
Trying to sort of catch it.
Yeah.
It's like trying to peel a panini sticker. You gotta get your fingernail under it. Try and catch a lip.
I'm trying to find the end of the sellotape.
Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly what it's like. The search for my penis.
And then in the end, you're like, you know what?
I'll just leave it.
Just leave it. Yeah. You never really need sellotape, do you? It's quite low stakes, isn't it? There's never life or death with sellotape, is it? If somebody just said there's no more sellotape in the world, it'd be like, it's fine.
It's a very emotional organ.
It is emotional.
Unless conditions are prime.
Do you remember the thing at school where they go, the cannibals give you an erection before they eat your penis so that there's more meat?
That's from Gervais.
Yeah, I know.
In school.
In school. And in school as well. We did have that in school as well.
Is there more meat? It will just be blood. I imagine if you gave me an erection and then chopped off my penis, it would just go...
Yeah, it would. No, of course it wouldn't. It definitely wouldn't be bigger because there's more meat. It's definitely not true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely not true.
Would it be like a water balloon, do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
It would, yeah.
A fleshy water balloon.
Yeah.
It'd be like a...
I feel like I'm learning lots.
Yeah. No, it wouldn't. Of course there's no more meat.
I'm just saying, ladies, it's a very, sometimes it looks good and sometimes it looks very sorry for itself. You can't judge the penis. And everyone does. Yeah. And that's why I'm terrified. I know for a fact, if you put some general anaesthetic in my body, that my penis would go, oh no. It would just freak out.
You don't know. It might be, with the...
Maybe I could give myself an erection before I...
I suppose maybe you need to...
Before I go under general anaesthetic.
Maybe that's what you need to do.
Do you have a nickname for your penis? While we're here, may as well ask.
No, I don't. I mean, I know. Are you supposed to?
I don't know, man.
Is it weird not to? Like having a pet and.
But how would you refer to it? Just in sort of day to day.
My brother's mother-in-law. She has a cat. She doesn't have a name.
What?
She's Dutch and she's quite unsentimental.
Right.
So they went, "Oh, what's your cat's name?" And she was like, "Oh, it's just a cat."
Yeah, it's just a cat.
Unbelievable. That is like, but she likes the cat. Just very European. Very sort of like, which is a cat. It doesn't have a name. That's so stupid.
My mate Ferg's cat.
Yeah.
You know Ferg, didn't you?
I know. Yeah. Do I know Ferg?
Yeah. Have I told you his cat's name? Dead now, but years ago.
Dead now, but years ago?
No.
It's a funny name.
His cat.
Oh, pointless. Genuinely pointless.
Hovercraft.
What? That's ridiculous.
His cat was called Hovercraft.
Hovercraft.
He used to call it The Craft.
Okay, yeah.
His
That's
cat-
amazing.
His cat's name was Hovercraft. I used
That's
to love
genuinely amazing.
My family cat when I was little was Pussy.
that. Pussy. Fine.
Yeah.
Cool, Pussy.
Yeah.
At the back door.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
but it's that's a shame because that's a fine name for a cat.
Yeah, Pussy used to be a
Yeah.
like the name that humans had as well.
It's
Isn't
quite.
it
It's like
funny?
it's quite sort of streetcar named Desire, isn't it? Like
What's
if you're calling the
that,
cat in, who'd be doing that? What's he called? No, not Stanley. The Marlon Brando one. He'd be shouting out "Pussy," and then your
Stella.
teacher would go, "This is a very clever
Yeah.
reminder of the fact
Yeah.
that sex is everywhere."
Yeah.
Because at the beginning of that, he's calling out something like "red meat." Red meat, and it's like this is a reminder of how he's a man, and
Right.
so it might,
That's
calling out pussy out the back door. That's quite.
That's not that clever. I've never seen that.
Well, that's I don't think it was
I've
that
never
clever
seen
either.
the play or the film.
The other thing they used to say about Streetcar Named Desire is like there's
it's meant to be incredible.
it's got incredibly long stage
but
directions.
if he's just saying red meat, and that's meant to be context, subtext.
It's full of underlying, yeah.
Yeah. There's no subtext about
there are
that.
two
A bloke
streetcars.
shouting red
One,
meat.
one's called Cemeteries and one's called Desire. What does that tell you?
Right.
Sex and death.
Okay.
Yeah. Pretty clever stuff.
There is a very old song. I think it might be from the late 19th century or something like that. And it's a double entendre, very
Right.
naughty.
Yeah.
But if you listen to it now,
Yeah.
it would like make Eminem blush.
Yeah.
And it's like my girl's pussy.
Yeah, no, it's
or
no
something like that.
because no one knew what it
The
meant.
lyrics of it.
No, well, I've got like a Bob Dylan album of like not
It's
his
literally
songs
like,
but stuff that he's.
She's wet at the night, my girl's pussy.
Yeah, no, it is,
It's
yeah,
like
it
on a
yeah.
banjo or something like
I know
that.
because once that door's open, once like no one knows what I really mean. Then you can just do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got. There's an old song from like the 50s
Lily
or
Mae, can you
something.
find out the my girl's pussy lyrics for
I'd
us
love to
quickly?
Google that on my work
Yeah.
computer. Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. But I think if people don't know what the language means, then you can.
Okay. Harry Roy and his orchestra, My Girl's Pussy. Do you want me to
Oh.
get the lyrics
What
up? Is
what
it-
year was it? Do you know?
1931. It
Oh,
appears.
yeah,
a
okay.
lot more
Yeah.
recent than what I thought it was.
I mean, in lieu of a film script, you could read some of the lyrics verbatim if you wished to.
No, we'll save the film scripts. We won't get your film scripts in. Me and Joe are desperate
Mm-hmm.
to reenact some of your favourite scenes.
Yeah, please specify scenes. I think would be really helpful.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
if they're
yeah,
films I haven't
scenes.
seen, scenes would be.
Yeah,
good
we
to
need
know.
scenes. Sexier the
not
better.
the whole,
Yeah.
not the whole script.
No, of course not.
Yeah.
What are the lyrics there, Lily Mae?
What, all of them? Oh,
Well,
actually,
just-
it is quite short.
Yeah, it's not.
Okay,
it's
fine,
quite.
so I'm gonna see it,
It's
am I?
not. I assume back in the 30s, it was a bit sort of. Oh, I wonder if he is talking about that. I think now,
Yeah.
this day and age, you go right. We know what the guy's going on.
But what about the James Bond films called? Like, there's literally one of them is called Octopussy,
Hmm.
Yeah, that's a bit.
and you're like,
yeah,
I mean, for heaven's sake,
yeah. Well, there's Pussy Galore.
Pussy
Yeah.
galore. I
In
mean, just
Goldfinger.
genuine, just like mainstream British films.
Yeah,
Obsessed with the quantity of pussy as well.
Yeah.
Octopussy and Pussy Galore.
yeah.
know,
It's
just-
that's already too much pussy.
Yeah, so
and
much
I'm
pussy.
sure. I'm
Well, Pussy
sure
Galore's
there's
only,
a couple
she's only
more.
one woman. So if you had
Yeah.
a bloke who was called like 100 penises, you'd be like, well, that just sounds really weird. Like,
Yeah.
just a man covered in penises. You'd be like, oh, just tell you what, she's a lucky lady.
Well, of course,
Um,
Mike Myers did the joke
Oh, what's it?
in Austin Powers.
Oh,
Austin Powers. There was a genuine. And I only just recently read about this. Was that there was Barbara Broccoli and the producers of the James Bond films were genuinely like because there was a big break from Pierce Brosnan to Daniel Craig,
Right.
and they were like, Austin Powers has fucked it. Austin
Oh,
Powers has
wow.
fucked it. Like we can't.
Okay, 'cause
We
you
can't
just-
do anything anymore because
just
it is
can't-
it is now just a joke. Austin Powers is one of the greatest films
Yeah, it's
ever made,
brilliant.
by the way.
It's brilliant. Austin
The
Powers.
first one specifically.
Yeah.
It is, and it does just tear apart
Yeah, it
that
totally
whole
does.
genre.
Yeah.
And one of the femme fatales
Yeah.
in Austin Powers is a lotta
Right.
a lot of
Yes,
vagina.
yeah. Yeah. No, it is. No, I mean, yes. I think
But pre-Austin Powers, it was like, oh, pussy galore. Oh,
Yeah. No, I think
say
it was,
no more. Whereas
Yeah.
Austin Powers just went, that's fucking mental.
It's
isn't it?"
ridiculous. Yeah, and it's ridiculous. Yeah.
Do you remember the character in The Mighty Boosh in the episode of The Priest and the Beast called Spider?
Yeah, he had
It's
8
because
cocks.
he had 8
Yeah.
penises.
He had 8 penises.
Yes.
And there's a scene where Noel Fielding is out having a piss and it's just loads of sprays coming out of him.
Heavy spray.
Yeah.
I think he actually elevates a little bit from the spray.
It is this, what is it? You bounce about in a dress.
It's not a dress.
It is not a dress.
It's a robe.
Of the psychedelic monks. It's the sacred robe of the psychedelic monks. Boosh is brilliant. Yeah, give us some of those, just a few of those lyrics from My
Okay.
Girl's Pussy.
There's one pet I like to pet, and every evening we get set. I stroke it every chance I get. It's my girl's pussy.
Yeah.
Seldom
Yeah.
plays, never purrs. I love the thought it stirs, but I don't mind because it's hers.
It's
Yeah.
my girl's pussy.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yes.
Often it comes out at night, return at the break of dawn. No matter what the weather's like, it's always nice and warm. Right, okay, that feels
Yeah.
gross in my mouth.
I mean, that's,
Oh, it gets worse. It's never dirty, always clean.
Yeah.
It's in giving thrills, never mean. But it's the best I've ever seen. It's
My girl's
Yeah.
pussy.
I think
Yeah.
I'll
It's a
leave
good
it there.
song.
brilliant.
It
I
actually just
mean-
repeats from there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a little bit at the end where it's got flourished, but we don't need to do that.
Should we do the old pod?
Let's do a podcast.
Welcome to Joe and James Fact Up. Each week we'll be bringing facts to one another that we deem interesting, and our policy is the more interesting, the more true it is. I'm sure you're all still trying to get your minds back together.
Yeah.
I'm sure they were blown by our road facts last week.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're all struggling. I hope a week has given you enough time to
Yeah.
recover from
No, it was.
that there are more vans on the road these days, and that buying a house in San Francisco can be quite expensive.
Yeah, I think we really kind of
Oof.
we didn't really try and go like it's not what you'd think with the
No,
road
yeah.
facts. We were like it is what you think. Yeah, I think we kind of let ourselves down a bit.
But we've got more facts
We've got more
today, don't worry.
Well, you say we got more
Um,
facts.
we'll also-
I
Go on.
haven't got mine yet.
Oh, I've got mine.
But
If you don't want to do one, that's fine. I got mine, and mine's quick.
I'll get. I'll have one. Don't worry.
That's bad form considering today's theme as well. I'm not going to lie.
Hey,
The anniversary of Anne Boleyn's death.
Well, yeah,
well,
you know,
because
women.
because
you're
it is-
spoiling the.
Because it looks like I don't care.
What about women? Yeah.
I was going to.
Oh,
I was going
no.
to build up to it.
No, I
I was going to build up to it. Well, we're going to be doing facts about Anne Boleyn. What's wrong with that?
Anne Boleyn.
Anne Boleyn.
It did
Anne
sound like the
Boleyn.
Anne Boleyn alley.
Have you heard of her before?
Made a double-barreled.
Anne Boleyn.
And oh yeah,
Um,
Boleyn. Yeah, like
And
Bo-
Because the
Anne
because
Boleyn.
it's
Boleyn.
Anne Boleyn Day, is that right?
yeah, so it's the anniversary of Anne Boleyn's death. It was
Yes.
490 years ago today.
Wow,
That's crazy, isn't
doesn't
it?
seem that long ago.
And she's my favourite of Henry's wives.
She's the favourite one.
Yeah, I think she's kind of iconic.
Well, I've got yeah. She's a Yas queen.
I actually dressed up as her for Halloween one year.
Really?
I don't know how tasteful that is, but
Yeah.
Did you do like a head off?
no, I had a necklace that was like
Don't
blood
know how
dripping
tasteful
from your
is it
neck.
too soon. It's like
I respect her.
It's a bit much. Lily Mae, I'm going to have to ask you to leave. Some people are
Yeah,
Yeah.
a bit uncomfortable with your costume choice.
Breathing.
They're still.
I've disgraced myself and I'm sorry.
Did you turn up as Diana the next year? Is that-
Nah, I've got to wait a few hundred years for that one yet.
Okay. But we will be talking about Anne Boleyn. We've got some Anne Boleyn facts. Joe might have one. We'll also dig into the weird facts that you'd like us to think are true, but can't be asked to research yourself in a segment that we're calling Fact Check. Speaking of which, there is something I can't be asked to check myself.
Mhm.
And I was hoping that you would help me out, or you would do the work, because we don't ask enough of you already. But on my zips, pretty much every zip I own
I know what you're going to say.
says
YKK.
Yeah. The fuck's that all about?
That is really weird. I always assumed it was just one
They just,
yeah, it's like
they've just
they do everything.
patented
They
the
do
zip
they
or
do
something.
everything.
Imagine that. Fucking well, if you can be bothered, let us know what the YKK on the zip means, and let us know in the comments. I'll be reading them.
Because it used to. I think I first noticed it in the year 2000.
Right.
And I was like,
year
YKK.
2K.
And I thought,
And you've not even looked it up from then.
No, I haven't got time, really, mate. I've.
It's there's some stuff that you really would like to know that you just sort of go, oh, I'd really like to know that, but I'm at work at the moment.
Yeah.
And then you forget it for a few months.
Yeah.
And then you remember it again when you're driving and you go, right, I'll be able to check that when I get home.
Yeah.
Anyway,
play.
those things can go on for years, can't they?
26
It's funny.
years.
No, I think it's like, I feel like if I'm looking that up, I would just intrinsically feel that I should be doing something better with my time. Like if I'm saying, am I really? I would honestly think I'm lucky to
the
exist
pursuit
at all.
of knowledge.
Yeah, but it feels like I should be pursuing other
All right.
knowledge. Rather
And
than
then
just
when
like,
you're at a pub quiz
yeah,
and it comes up
yeah, that's true.
and
now
you're
that-
the fucking hero.
That's true. And now I've won money. Yeah, from my mates and their families.
Always think of the pub quiz. I can't remember the last time I was at a pub quiz,
I went to one.
but the pub quiz is something that I think about all the time. I'll learn something. I go, right, remember that just in case I'm in a pub quiz.
Yeah.
I can be a hero. Claire's all over me.
Yeah. No, I do things like that as well.
That's
I'm like,
what goes on in my head.
That's how getting an answer right in a pub quiz
Yeah.
feels, especially if people aren't backing you on it.
What are we talking about? Find out what YKK means on the old zip there for me. But
Yeah.
if you want us to find something out for you, say find something out. Me and Joe discuss it. We decide whether we think it's real or not. And then Queen Lily May will actually tell us whether it's true or not. Send us your facts to verify it. Our email is hello@joeandjamespod.com. Our WhatsApp is 07822 034 330. And follow us on socials at Joe and James Pod. And you can watch all our episodes in full. Just go to YouTube, search Joe and James Fact Up. Now, let's get Fact Up. I'll tell you, someone who does have a good arse, Joe.
Me?
You.
I have got a good ass.
You've got a good bum.
Yeah.
Joe's bum. Joe's got a really nice bum.
Yeah.
I don't want to objectify you, Joe.
I don't mind.
I can proudly say I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Show Lily May. Show Lily May your bum.
You don't have to
She
show me
doesn't. I
yours.
don't think she wants. I feel like she doesn't want to. But
If I catch it, I'll let you know.
Thank you.
You've got a nice bum, haven't you?
thank you very much.
I
But it's-
bet you've been told that a couple of times in your life.
I've
as
been
well.
told it a little
Yeah,
bit. Yeah. I've been told
yeah.
it a
It
little
is.
bit.
It is sort of like
Yeah.
comes from nowhere. It is a bit like, oh fucking hell, that's a good bum.
No, when I
You
was.
don't expect it.
No, when I was.
When do you think you first noticed?
Well, I was told. My girlfriend at school told me when I was in sixth form. She was like,
Yeah.
"Good bum."
Yeah.
I was like, "Thanks so much."
Well, I feel like Joe.
It used to be better. I think I had really good legs in sixth form.
Well,
I played football every day.
I used to cycle to school. My thighs used to be massive.
Yeah, me too. They met in the middle. Like they they rub.
Thighs were insane. Like I used to.
Yeah.
I used to because my school was in a different towns and I got sick of getting the bus.
Yeah.
I used to cycle for a bit. I feel like your arse was out all the time while we were doing the Inbetweeners.
Yeah.
You more so than anyone else.
By the
for some
testicle
reason.
episode, I
Yeah,
basically
the
just
testicles.
thought.
I mean, you've got great testicles, isn't
Thank
it?
you very much. But by that point, I kind of thought, what's happened is that Ian and Damon have basically just got a map of my body, and they're like, scene.
See, the problem is we were sort of
Not
a bit of
seeing
a
that.
boy band, right?
Yeah.
I
I often feel that's what we're
like maybe Simon Bird, maybe he wrote the songs.
He's Gary Barlow.
He's the Gary Barlow.
Yeah.
Me and Blake were Howard and Jason Orange.
No, I think you're doing
and
yourself
you were
down
very
there.
much the Mark Owen.
I think maybe I was the Marco, but I think
Absolutely.
you. I think you know. I think you and Blake. You're very much more Robbie Williams.
No, none of us were Robbie Williams.
None of us.
No.
Mr. Gilbert, is he Robbie Williams?
Greg Davis. He was the Robbie Williams.
Because he went off on his own. and did
He
his
went off on
stand-up.
his own and fucking became massive.
Yeah, yeah.
He was definitely the Robbie Williams.
He's Robbie.
Yeah.
as you know. Well,
There's a really also talking about Netflix. There's that really good Take That documentary on Netflix as well.
I didn't think it was that good.
I loved it. I really loved it. And I know I'm meant to be all Britpop and fucking like I did like Take That. I did. I was more E17, but I did. I still appreciate
He's
Take That.
17 because I watched the documentary about boy bands, and actually I didn't realise, but like E17 were like they weren't really like. Well, the word that everyone used at the time was manufactured. They weren't really that. They were kind of. They actually sort of did just.
Well, they were the anti-Take That at the time,
but they were relatively. I don't know. I've just been taken in by this documentary, but they seem like relatively like. They just emerged spontaneously. They kind of put themselves together. Like they weren't kind of.
I think something manufactured in the 90s is different to what it.
Yeah,
it's not just Simon Cowell putting something together now.
Yeah.
I think there is. I think even then, when something was manufactured in the 90s, there was still something organic about it. Even Take That, there was still.
I know, and what's amazing about them
an
is
organic origin of Gary Barlow with these great. And say what you like about Gary Barlow, and say like it's chewing gum pop or whatever. The compositions and the pop songs are absolutely brilliant. They're great songs. It's the same with Robbie Williams as well. I was a huge Robbie Williams fan. I used to be ashamed of being a Robbie Williams fan. It was I had me and two of my mates, Jack and Muller, and we were obsessed with Escapology, that album. Absolutely incredible. Swing When You're Winning. I know they're all covers, but they're performed brilliantly. And we used to have to keep it on the down low. We used to be like, don't tell anyone. And it also is a credit to Robbie Williams. I don't want to bang on about he is a bit of a hero of mine. I think he's a bit been through the mill, and he's a bit of a tortured soul, and he's come out the other end a bit worse for wear. And I know a few people like that, to be honest, especially when they've been young and they've got all this incredible fame.
It's hard to come out the other end intact.
I don't. I think you'd be more of a psychopath if you didn't come out.
I agree.
Affected.
If it doesn't, if you become a celebrity and
you're cool with it,
and it's like I should always have been this. Yeah. Like there's something weird about you.
Yeah,
like,
I think so.
If it doesn't fuck you up, then you're probably probably not a normal person.
I can't imagine being as big a star as Robbie Williams. Like at a certain point,
there was a time when it was the millennium, and he had the song. We've spoken. Well, maybe again to link it back up. YKK on the zip.
Yeah, sure.
So maybe it's to do with that. But like, at the time of the millennium, it was almost like because he had the song, it was almost like he was in charge of the millennium. So every time it was like when it was the millennium, it was like he was going millennium. It's the millennium. It was like it's Robbie Williams presents. But literally the end of 1,000 years.
Imagine
that's pretty amazing to kind of get your name onto the millennium.
Yeah, but also imagine this, Joe. Right?
Yeah, I know Zoom had the pandemic.
And in hindsight, and I watched again on Netflix the Robbie Williams documentary, and it reminded me of a lot of stuff. And in hindsight, when you think back to how attacked and ridiculed Robbie Williams was, like I was saying, I had to keep it on the down low that I was a Robbie Williams fan. I daren't tell anyone that I really did enjoy Robbie Williams' music. But to be constantly told in the Sun and the newspapers and stuff like that, Robbie Williams is an idiot. If you like him, you're an idiot. Look at this tit. Oh, an ear tosser and all this. But still be the biggest still sell all the records, still be the biggest live act, even though the media is telling everyone, don't be into Robbie Williams, you shouldn't be into him, but still be on top.
Yeah.
Reach levels that people could only dream of.
Yeah.
Fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
I've got a fact about Robbie Williams, actually.
Go on.
Which I've just double checked.
He beat Oasis's Nebworth record.
He also
That's true.
He also has the record for the most expensive record deal in British
80 million
music history. And some say it could be even higher than that.
Even higher. Yeah, then we got Rude Box,
I do kind of love Rude Box.
I think in that stage of his career, he's well entitled to do a bit of Rude Box. He's allowed to go wherever he wants. He's proved himself.
At least he was genuinely trying to do something that hadn't been done before.
Sure.
It didn't really work, but he tried.
Yeah.
I enjoy Rude Box.
Well, lots of I would say
I think it started ironically, and now there's a genuine love there. I don't agree with all the lyrics, but I think it's
one of the lyrics.
Listen.
If you rude box me, then I'll rude box all your family too, or something like that.
It's essentially one of those lines. Right. Robbie Williams is also from near where I'm from as well.
But he can have as many blips as he wants, that boy, because he's done what he's done.
Have you seen
no one can take that away from him.
Seen his artwork that he's doing now?
No, I've not. Again,
into physical art.
Oh, it is it? But again, he can do whatever he wants, as far as I'm concerned. Escapology is a really great album. Fact. There's no filler in it. Every song's brilliant. There you go. And I hope he tells himself that every once in a while. Because I don't know. I feel it's a bravado. I think deep down he needs someone every now and again to go, "You're doing all right, Robbie."
My favourite line in that documentary where he said, "I wanted to write Karma Police, but actually I'd written Karma Chameleon."
Right.
And that's funny.
Yeah.
But B, many people, like I'm a big George Orwell fan, and George Orwell always wanted to be a novelist, and he wanted to be like James Joyce, and he wanted to write Dubliners, and his novels are quite shit, to be honest.
Right.
But he's this fantastic journalist, like probably the best journalist of the 20th century, and he didn't really value it. He was like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to. Yeah, all right, there's another one. Fine, there you go. I'm trying to write a novel.
Yeah.
Fine, there's another one. Leave me alone. And I mean, Animal Farm and 1984, I don't include them. They're not really novels, I don't think.
Robbie Williams, legend. Robbie, if you're listening, I really like
Keep
you.
your chin up, Robbie.
I really like you. Can we do something together?
Do you want to be on a fact-based podcast?
Do you want to be on a fact-based podcast? Imagine that. We don't have guests. I'd have fucking Robbie Williams on in a heartbeat.
Do you want to address him just real quick? Quick bid?
And I'd give him a hug as well. I'd say, "You're
Okay.
Robbie, you can wear whatever you want, your pants, whatever. It's fine.
Yeah, do it in your...
Just,
if you could wear the little pants with the lion on the front.
particularly those, yeah.
That'd be great.
Or just send some pictures of you in the pants, that's fine as well.
Mate. Don't you're joking. And even that music video got me asking questions about myself as a young man.
Yeah.
I remember when that music video used to be on the Box or MTV and stuff back in the day, they used to have to cut it before the end of the song because there's a bit where he ends up because he strips all his clothes off, so he ends up in his pants, and then the logical conclusion.
I know. Don't talk to me about logical conclusions.
Is then he starts taking his skin off,
yeah,
and then he's a skeleton. That stuff was apparently too much.
I couldn't watch
TV.
it. I found
it.
Oh,
is that what he does?
He
takes off and gets down to his.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. I thought you were.
It was edited.
I thought you were doing like that guy in the 30s where it was like, my girl's logical conclusion.
No. That is what happens in the unedited music video. He rips his skin off.
He is
and
quite
stuff
bonkers,
like
isn't he? I mean, that's like so it goes from sort of sexy to just like genuinely weird and quite disgusting.
Absolutely, yeah. I think he's an artist. I really think he is. Like, if you the definition of the word artist, he is it. Say what you like about him, but is it my fact? Is that what we're supposed to be doing right now?
Okay.
It is my fact, Joe. So today is the anniversary of Anne Boleyn's death. 19th of May, 1539. So we've been asked to bring in some Boleyn facts.
Actually, sorry, that's 1539, and that's my fault because the wrong number was in the script, and I just want to let you know.
No, it does say 39.
Yeah,
36.
Yeah, I typed it.
Oh, okay, it's 36, 1536.
19th of May.
You should have jumped
confused.
in. You've got a degree from Cambridge in history. You should
I
have helped
didn't know.
me
I
out
mean,
there.
I would have. If you'd have got the century wrong, I would have known. But like, no, I don't know whether it's 36 or 39.
Yeah,
but
1536.
1536.
Yeah, okay.
So here's my Anne Boleyn fact for you. She basically invented the Tudor version of "Leave Him on Read."
Okay.
Leave him on red.
Yeah.
With Henry VIII.
This is a kind of WhatsApp device.
Yeah.
Where
you get the two blue ticks, and you go, "Well, you've read it. Why aren't you getting back to me?"
Okay.
Right?
Oh, I see. Okay.
At a time when most women at court would have been thrilled to catch the king's attention, because he was a bit of a handsome son of a gun back in the day. Yeah, he was a strapping man.
Him to Pete, of course.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
Pete's more late Henry.
No, Pete's young Henry. No, he's not. He's not.
Pete's
late
young Henry.
He's never say that. Never go late Henry.
And did the so when a lot of young women would have liked to have had a bit of a rock and roll with a young Henry there.
Yeah.
Anne did the opposite. She refused to become his mistress and kept dodging his advances. Mm-hmm. Instead of giving him, she made him wait and wait and wait. Turns out it worked too well. Henry got so obsessed that he ended up dumping his first wife, breaking away from the Catholic Church and creating the Church of England.
Yeah, I mean, it was.
All because she wouldn't fucking just put out a little bit. Come on, love. What do I need to do here?
It is kind of.
She made him work for it in a way that no woman has ever made a man work for it before.
Yeah. Yeah, he basically, he had to create a separate religion.
Well, he changed the course of history.
Yeah.
And there's still to this day some long ramifications from that whole debacle.
Yeah.
But he did all that over a bird.
Yeah.
Imagine that. So in a very real sense, Anne Boleyn didn't just play hard to get, she triggered a national religious breakup because she basically wouldn't text back, the sort of 16th century edition. So there we go. Hey, Joe.
Yeah.
It's time for fact check.
Okay.
This is where we'll be reading a fact or a question that you'd like us to get to the bottom of. And then we're going to have a good old think during the ad break there. And we'll come back and let you know how true it feels to us to decide whether it passes our fact check.
Yes, absolutely.
This week's fact check comes from Georgia, who has sent us a WhatsApp. Oh, is it a voice note?
It's a voice note.
All right, great.
And
Love
I've got
the
it
voice
ready.
notes.
Hello, Joe and James and Queen Lily Ray. My fact for you guys. Me and my fiancé Callum get married in November 2026. And that is where the inspiration of this comes from. I would like to know where the idea that burying a sausage the night before brings good weather. And if the sausage should be cooked or left raw. If you guys decree it's a fact, then I shall do it. I will send photos as proof on November 5th. And a cheeky bonus, we absolutely love the Inbetweeners and have featured iconic quotes from it as our table names. So we're open to suggestions if you guys have any. Thanks so much. This has been Georgia.
Right, let's have a quick
Pretty
little...
good.
Yeah, I'll go.
So table names for the...
Oh, hang on. Let's
Okay.
have a quick little break
Yeah,
and then we're going
okay.
to jump on this.
All right.
Right, let's get straight back into it.
Right.
So, first of all, table names. Bushwankers.
Only in her vagina.
Only in her
That's
vagina.
a good one,
is a good
right?
one,
That's
yeah.
the
Bushwankers, only in her vagina.
Um,
What else we got?
probably up the arse. That's the reference to the
Par-
Queen.
parents have to turn up to
Oh
this
yeah,
sort
good
of
point.
stuff.
All right. So, well, let's do some clean ones.
Yeah. I think Bushwankers
Bushwankers
slips
is
in.
fine.
Friends.
Friends, yeah.
Although I don't know if I'd... Yeah, friends. Yeah, no, that's fine, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean,
So you've
surely
got your
that's fine.
Bushwankers, you've got your friends.
Pussy Patrol. Is that
the Pussy
is that all
Patrol
right with the
table?
parents? That'll
yeah.
be all right, won't it?
If you spell it Pussay,
It's not a swear word.
I
You
gotta
get
be
away with
honest.
it, yeah.
I got a problem with the word pussy. I'm not a big sort of. I am who I am, but I feel it's quite misogynistic, the word pussy. I think there's something. Do you know what I mean? I'm not comfortable with that word, and I do have to do those cameos a lot. So I do say pussy.
Yeah.
I don't like saying the word pussy.
Take the curse off it.
Yeah.
But that's what it was. It was Puss.
Pussy Patrol.
Pussy
yeah.
Patrol.
Yeah. Beepity beep beep, maybe? Is that?
Yeah. Beepity beep beep.
Beep, 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 beep.
You're on the
Is that
beep. I feel like that'd be annoying to direct people to that table. To
yeah,
be honest,
okay.
yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean,
Depends.
It's, yeah.
I mean, it's not
Yeah,
up to.
no,
it's not up to Georgia. I mean, it's her fucking day. She can do whatever
By
she
the way, we're
wants.
gonna
and
get onto-
everyone's got to get
Yeah.
on board with it. That's
Yeah.
the point of the
and we're going to
the
get onto that
wedding for a
sausage
bride.
thing in a minute because
That was nonsense.
fucking mental.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was.
I don't even know. I don't
never
know.
ever heard.
I
of,
don't know how to unwrap that one.
Yeah.
The other stuff that you
Yeah.
said was I could deal with.
Yeah.
You have the feisty ones. That's
The
quite
feisty
good.
ones.
The feisty ones. Yes.
The
that's a good
feisty
one.
ones. The
Cornetto liquors.
Cornetto liquors.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
That's good.
Brilliant. You could have a table just called Swansea.
No.
The field trip. No, Swansea. No, that's the shit down her arm episode, right?
Yeah.
Swansea.
Caravan campers. Remember that Caravan club?
Caravan club.
Caravan
Caravan
Club.
club. I just Caravan club. I
Caravan
think is,
Club, of
yeah.
course. What was the school called? Did we ever?
Well, it was called Rudge Park, wasn't it?
Was it called Rudge Park?
Rudge Park is the name of the secondary school.
Of course it was. Yeah. No. Yes.
Where we actually filmed, or-
It was called.
it's called Rudge Park.
It was Ruislip High.
Ruislip High.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just Rudge Park to me.
And also, it was quite funny because we filmed there for Series 1 and then they wouldn't let us back to film for Series 2.
Is that right?
Apparently, yeah.
I feel like we did the second series there.
Maybe they just.
And
Did
then
we?
the third series, we then
Right.
had to go to a disused army barracks.
There was definitely one
That
thing
was,
where we weren't allowed to film,
Well, there was, yeah,
or
yeah.
we couldn't get the school.
Yeah, well, I think because when we started filming there, it was a brand new school,
That's
and
right.
they were
hadn't filled up the
grandfathering
classes.
in
that's it.
the years. So half the school was pretty much empty.
Yeah.
I think they only had up to year 9 or something like that in the school. So the rest of the school was completely empty for us to.
Yeah.
We could we made a whole TV show whilst the school was working and all those kids were still there and things like that.
I mean, it's amazing for a school to have. Like my school was absolutely stuffed to the gunnels. There was no space. Like kids were everywhere. There was like demountable classrooms outside. It was just like you couldn't. There would have been no space.
Yeah, we had hundreds of kids.
There wouldn't have been like a room.
Yeah.
They couldn't have given. So to be able to make a TV show.
But we did then end up building the common room in a disused army barracks.
Yeah, we did.
And there was no heating and it was freezing. And again, it was a theme throughout the in-between. It was always fucking cold.
Always freezing.
Always fucking cold.
I think there's a thing with comedy where like you're generally not that clothed. I felt like you don't have.
Yeah, there's nothing funny about clothes, is there?
No, if you want. Yeah.
If you want some gags.
When I did the festival, I'd go in. I know it's not the Inbetweeners, but it was Ian directing it.
Yeah.
And, like, I'd go in day after day, and the only thing on my costume rail.
He's obsessed with you being naked, isn't he?
The only thing on my costume rail was this pair of pink pants, and I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake.
He is obsessed.
Just again.
Blake walking around in these Speedos. They're
in Thorpe
do you know what, man? The more I think about those two boys.
They're just interested in young men's
The more I think about Morris and Beasley.
Yeah.
I think they just wanted to see our bums.
Yeah, just want to see our bums. Right. Got great bums. What can I say?
Well, speak for yourself, Joe. Your bum's great. As we've already discovered.
Right, we better get back to this
the sausage thing.
This sausage thing.
The sausage thing, that sounded insane. I've never heard of anything
So you've
like
not heard this before?
I've never even heard of it. What, you bury a sausage
so
and
it's
it's
about burying a sausage the day before your wedding to ensure
okay.
you get nice weather.
So you get good weather. Yeah, obviously that's nonsense.
Where does that come from? I can't remember that was the question. That was the question. Where does the tradition?
That is
it comes from the Middle Ages. It comes from fucking
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If you rub crow shit on your head, you'll stop being bald. It comes from that sort of nonsense. Listen, I would say this: do it because it sounds like a bit of fun and a great tradition. Also, it might be a euphemism.
Yeah.
You know, burying the old sausage.
Burying in the ground.
Around around your nuptials. That was unbelievable. But for want of a better word. There's nothing there that screams to me that there is any kind of way that burying a sausage, cooked or uncooked.
No, but I don't think we're being asked that. We're being asked where does it come from?
No, I thought she said.
No, where does it come?
Oh, she's saying where did it come from?
Where does it come from?
Oh, I've got no idea.
Yeah,
I thought she said, is it true?
Well, I think she would like both of the answers.
And should we put a cooked or uncooked?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I thought that was what we were trying to get to the bottom of.
She just want to know if it's cooked or uncooked. Yeah, I think she wants as much information as possible.
Well,
I'd love to hear your theories.
I've never heard this before in my life at all. I really haven't.
Can you reverse engineer some sort of logic to make it feel right?
I can't get it. My brain's not going anywhere with that. There is definitely no connection between burying a sausage to the weather. There's no way that you can decide on the weather by burying a sausage. That's all that there is there. That's the end of that discussion. However, I would say it sounds like a fun thing to do and that they should both do it because it sounds like a laugh and they'll remember doing it. And whether or not it has any bearing on the weather is I don't think it matters. I think it just sounds like a fun story and a good tradition to do. I would say do it, basically, is what I'm saying.
I'm thinking that...
And it works, it works. There you go. What do I know?
Well, it's a kind of... It feels like sort of... It's like a small offering to the gods, right? That's what it feels like. It feels like it's a small offering of food. Have a sausage. So I would say cook it, because I think if I was a god, I'd want it cooked.
Yeah.
I suppose if I was a god, I could probably cook it.
If you really wanted
myself.
if it's that sort of thing, and you're and it's a superstition, and you want the marriage to go well or whatnot, or the weather to be good, I don't know. Stick it in a bun as well.
Yeah.
Give them a hot dog.
Bit of mustard.
Yeah.
Maybe some onions.
Crispy onions, yeah.
Okay. So this this is better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
And if you do it, can you take a picture and send it to us, please, before you bury it? Because we'd like to see that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'd like to see it, but yeah, I would say
Again, not a euphemism. We don't want to see pictures of that.
No. We want pictures of Robbie Williams.
Well, I do, but can I give my personal number out just for that?
I wouldn't advise it.
Okay, all right.
I wouldn't advise it.
Yeah, so I would say, I'd say cook it.
Yeah.
Little line of ketchup.
Yeah. Stick it in a
Line of
little
mustard.
a little finger roll.
Pop it in a unbelievable. Yeah, little they are called finger rolls, aren't they?
Yeah.
Why would it you know what? I reckon the root of these traditions is probably that maybe once upon a time someone lost a load of meat or sausages. Like they fell down how things fall down ravines.
Yeah.
Right? Whoops. They're in a wheelbarrow. A big wheelbarrow of sausages. Oh, God. It's all fallen down a ravine. It's a disaster. But the next day, the sun's out. So people go, make the best of it. A bit like, I think sometimes superstition is a bit like, if something bad happens, but people go, oh, well, something good might happen instead. So you say, it's good to break a mug or something.
Well,
like on a wedding, you break a, I would say, Lily May, it's something to do with it not being perfect. I think, how the French have that phrase, good is the enemy of perfect, or perfect is the enemy of good. So in order to, there's a lot of pressure on a wedding day for it to be perfect. So I think do something so it's kind of already fucked. So you do something where it's already a mess. So maybe
break the seal a little bit.
Break the seal, yeah, exactly. Have the groom put on odd socks or something.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like
this all makes more sense than burying a sausage to me.
Well, the odd socks thing's fine as well.
But I know what you were saying. I think it's coincidental.
It's coincidental. I think it probably happened once.
I think a sausage got buried.
It could happen to anyone.
Yeah.
A sausage gets buried.
But you say that, and back in the day, they had to ban and they had to sort of, and livestock and stuff in London and cities and stuff like that, because the place fucking stank so much.
They got buried.
You'd have to you'd have to travel stuff in. You'd have to butcher outside of the city and bring the meat in to sell.
Yeah. You would, yeah. So you bring it in.
You might lose a sausage. It might get buried.
God, it got
next
buried.
day.
Where is it? We'll never find it now.
No, but you go, oh fucking hell.
But at least the sun's out.
Yeah. I think it's coincidental. I don't think I've honestly never heard that before. Have you heard that, Katie?
No. I think it's something to do with not making the day perfect, or it's to do with, the rain god likes sausage, so it's either an offering, but enough about their personal life. But that could be their vows. Rain god likes sausage.
Rain god likes sausage.
And then she can say, me got sausage. And then he can say, sun's out, guns out. And then just do that and you're away. But
and to be fair, if they use buns, sun's out, buns out.
Sun's out, buns out. Sun's out, buns out, into the ground, sausage in, sun's out. So there you go.
Mazel tov.
That's how it is. Mazel tov to all and sundry. Yeah. Well done, and God bless them.
God bless them. What? I'm gonna say it's not fact, Joe.
It's not a fact, but where does it come from? I think we're saying it's either a kind of offering to show that you're giving a little bit of the food. Maybe you'd bury a bit of food so the harvest would be good the next year. The pig harvest. The big day where the pigs have grown enough, and
I guess so. Should we throw it over to the Queen? Should we get the Queen's consent?
Lily May, why is it?
I'm saying not fact.
Why is it?
Okay. So, what I will say
You
is...
seem to understand this.
You seem to have you've known the answer for ages. Just because you've got your laptop.
You was just saying, have you not heard that before?
Yes, so I became aware of this last year because my friend got married and they did this, and that was the first time I had heard of this.
Maybe that started it. So
And
you're saying that's what started
the-
it.
Well, I'm not saying that's what
That
started
was
it.
the weather like.
And it was nice. However, what I will say is there was rain, but for the actual ceremony itself, it was sunny, and they were getting
Okay.
married outside as well. So
Okay.
That is a
It
bit
did.
spooky.
it is a bit
Yeah,
spooky.
okay.
But what I will say is towards the end of the ceremony, it did start to rain again.
Yeah,
so.
but the
Okay.
ceremony's done. The
So,
sausage
Okay.
has
The main
Yeah.
bit was done.
completed its
Yeah,
obligation.
yes, that's. I mean, I would say if that is a completely watertight explanation of.
Sure.
I think
there's
maybe
there's no way the sausage didn't work based on that. It
Yeah.
rained twice, was sunny once. There's absolutely no way that sausage didn't work.
I wonder whether it was a chipolato and not a full sausage.
It might
That's
be
why.
that. Was it? Or yeah, maybe it was. I mean, can you use a vegan sausage? Or,
Depends.
Or does the
We
gods
spoke
go,
about this.
"Oh,
It depends what the temperature was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Like I say, these things can.
exactly. And it was chilly
Yeah.
the night before.
I do say cook
One
it.
day you got a sausage, the next you
Cocktail
got a chipolata there going on, and you're thinking, "What's going on here, guy? Help me out!"
Happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
So there is not an awful lot of, I would say, research on this, as you may be surprised to hear.
No.
But it's believed to kind of come from folklore
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
has got more popularity recently due to like online trends. So I think someone has made it
Someone's-
popular
yeah.
online basically, and it's had a bit of a resurgence in terms of
I think I'd do it.
perhaps-
I think if I
perhaps
was
a
to
new
get
trend.
married, now that I've heard that, I think it sounds like a laugh. It sounds like a fun thing to do. The day before the wedding, it sounds like fun.
Exactly. So there's a couple of things that people have pondered on whether the roots are. One of them is that it is a offering to the weather gods.
Right.
But
Yeah.
what I will say is the tradition also is rooted in raw sausages
Right.
rather
Right.
than cooked. So
Okay.
it's suggested
Well.
here that they are raw.
Okay.
Okay.
So we'll say
Um,
don't
You-
cook it then.
don't
Don't
cook
Don't
cook
do
it.
everything that we said.
No.
And
No.
also, it doesn't just have to be one sausage. Apparently, you can put a
Yeah.
whole packet in there.
Whole packet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is what has been said. There's also
Did they have packets of sausages?
well, a
in the
whole,
Middle
a whole,
Ages?
whole string.
Yeah.
Yeah, full string. There's also some research
string, yeah,
online to
that's right, yeah.
say
Yeah.
it has origins in German-speaking regions, such
course
as
it
Austria
does.
and
Oh, there
Bavaria.
it is.
and it's a
Yeah,
staple
it's
of
Germanic.
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
it's Germanic, and it's cultural and religious. Sausages are symbols of prosperity, festivity, and fertility, and
Yeah,
tied
They look
closely
like
to
cocks,
weddings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So burying a sausage became associated with warding off rain and inviting sunshine,
Mhm.
turning a food item into a superstition.
That's good,
Yes.
isn't it?
Yeah. So should we sum it up? So we're saying it's probably
I'm saying it. I'll sum it up for you.
Yeah.
You ready, Joe?
yeah.
It's bollocks. It's a load of old
Yeah.
bollocks,
Right.
but it might be a fun thing for you two to do before the day of your wedding. Do
Yeah.
it in the evening before your wedding.
Yeah.
And who knows? The weather might be good, and then you can go. You let us know how the weather turns out. Bury the sausage.
November as well. November
Exactly.
wedding. You need it.
The odds are. When was I married?
Well, I'll tell you
I
what,
was
if it-
married
if
in
it-
November
If it's a November wedding
in Scotland,
and it doesn't
Was
rain,
the weather nice?
it was clear. There was no rain. Not that I can remember. Maybe there was actually. I genuinely can't remember at all. So.
if it's in the north of England in
Yeah.
November and it doesn't rain, then we will say
I'll start.
it's fact up.
Yeah, yeah. In fact, this is
So,
an opportunity.
This is
You
yeah.
guys
Yeah.
do it. You got. Will you can be the verbatim.
We're saying there's no research being done on it.
Bury your
Now
sausage.
this is the research.
Yeah. There's no.
I'd apply for some funding from somewhere. Honestly, like you
There's
probably get
no.
it. Shouldn't have to pay for the sausage.
And also just follow the science,
Yeah.
so we
Yeah.
can find out.
We're
Yeah.
just trying to-
Maybe.
we're just trying to follow the science.
Because we could go. Say they bury their sausage and it's a sunny day the next day. We
Mm.
can come back and go. It does work.
Mhm.
That's fact.
Yep.
We can agree on that. Say if we bury the sausage and it rains the next day, not only did we say, oh, it's not fact, we can say, if you bury a sausage, it will rain.
Great.
We can
Yeah.
go the other way. This will finally,
We'll know one way or the other.
yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
So let
The
us not
sausage
get-
does something.
We got to
Whereas
wait.
The
We got
sausage
to wait
definitely
until
it definitely doesn't do nothing.
it's going to do something.
It does something.
Yeah.
It's everybody knows the sausage does something.
You can't bury a sausage in the
You
ground
can't
and
bury
think
a
there aren't going
sausage
to be
and nothing happens.
repercussions.
Exactly.
You're gonna
Jesus
pay
Christ.
for it one way or the other.
You're playing God.
Yeah.
I mean, you shouldn't. it's fucked up.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
But
These guys could do it for us. They're
you do
professionals,
it,
obviously. They know
wear
what they're
gloves,
doing.
wear an eye mask,
Yeah.
but get it buried.
Yeah, wear
and
goggles.
For heaven's sake, just keep it legal and be safe.
Joe and James, fact up.
So, Joe, it's the time. We can't put it off anymore. It's for your fact. We're talking about Anne Boleyn.
We are. We're
today.
talking about the anniversary of Anne Boleyn's death.
Mhm.
And you spoke earlier about how because she was quite resistant to Henry's wooing, he probably thought he'd just get whatever he wanted because he was king. And actually,
she went,
Yeah. And actually,
she went, I don't want no scrubs.
She did. Yeah. She literally said,
and he went, fine. I'll
she
show
said,
you. I'll
he
show
said,
you.
he said, I'll show you.
Yeah.
And so to some extent, maybe there is probably, there is some truth in the idea that basically the Church of England emerged because kind of
because some bloke wanted to get his leg over.
She wouldn't marry him. She wouldn't, well, I mean, I suppose if we were being basic about it, she wouldn't have sex with him unless they were married. He couldn't marry her because he had this, because he was in a church that wouldn't let him marry her. So he said, fine, I'll do my own church. Yeah. And it's quite extraordinary that the Church of England sort of came into existence as a result of that.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's.
I would probably. I should probably say that there was a big thing going on already.
There was already
about Protestants
there was already
and stuff like that.
There was already like Luther. So you had.
I've got to have my boys back. I've got to have Henry's back for a bit.
Oh no! No, it wasn't. No, there was an alternative faith emerging and available, and basically, so the Catholic Church basically said,
who was that geezer? That
Martin Luther.
Yeah,
right.
He was.
He basically thought about it for ages and ages and ages, and eventually he said,
"Was he the bloke that pinned the thing to the church?"
Yeah, he did. Although I think it was more like it was his university, and he had to put it out there because it was just where you put out what you were going to lecture on. But essentially, yes, he
wasn't
did.
it made into a book or something? Where he had an evening, a dinner party or something, and he was apparently it's hilarious, and he was just properly slagging off the Pope and stuff like this, and it was so funny. It was like a fucking Jimmy Carr routine.
It was a stand-up DVD, basically. Yeah,
it was a special.
Yeah,
it was Martin Luther's special.
Well, he basically came to the conclusion that he felt he had kind of communicated directly with God, and basically the whole thing was like, you don't need all these other humans in between you and God. It's just like he will just kind of, so you don't need the whole apparatus of the church. That's all isn't necessary. It
sort of makes sense a little bit.
Well,
and I was brought up a Catholic, right?
Well, many people thought so.
Even when I was a kid, I was like, the pageantry and I liked it. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
But Luther was basically just like, no, it's just me and God. And then they were gonna execute him, but they didn't execute him in the end. And then he basically became so famous that they sort of couldn't execute him.
Yeah.
So yes, there was an alternative faith available, but I think there's everything would suggest that Henry VIII was not at all interested in this alternative faith.
I don't think that was his motive. No.
No. No.
I bet she was fucking foxy.
She sounds like she was quite
for a bloke to do all this.
Quite a looker.
I bet she was.
She has a great attitude. Do you know what I mean?
Attitude. I thought you were going to say something else then.
No, she was literally like, no, fuck
because
you.
of the attitude.
Yeah. Incredible negotiator. Absolutely unbelievable. She'd be such a good like football agent. She was like, no, not good enough.
Yeah.
No, not good enough.
Yeah.
We'll do something. We'll get another church.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, she said get another church. What does that mean? Can we do that? And then all these blokes were like,
yeah,
well, we can, but I mean, it's quite
Who was his guy? Thomas Cromwell.
Initially, it was Cardinal Wolsey, and then he then kind of fell out of favour, and then Cromwell replaced him.
Right.
The thing that Cromwell did
wasn't Cromwell up for it? Wasn't it Wolsey was like, no, you can't do that, and Cromwell was like, oh, I can see my way.
Cromwell basically sorted out the Anne Boleyn marriage,
right?
And then when Henry then moved on and got fed up, and to be fair,
I bet he felt like a right tit.
I think in the end, well, if Hilary Mantel's books are any guide, and I think they maybe actually perhaps are, in the end, Cromwell fell foul of the Boleyns, who were actually a very powerful French family, and he engineered having helped Anne Boleyn into power, or I suppose it is power. He then helped to engineer her destruction, and then having done that, he basically made enemies for life in the Boleyns. And then later on, when Henry had moved on yet again after Jane Seymour had died, and Cromwell tried to arrange a marriage to somebody called Anne of Cleves, who basically Henry didn't think was pretty, essentially. Yeah. And I think almost because of that, like Cromwell, and then Cromwell was a low-born man, so he didn't really have big alliances with the old English aristocracy, who were all Catholic, by the way, or the big families on the continent, like the Boleyns. So actually, once he was a little bit like one of those guys in Trump's court, where like all they've got is that Trump likes them. Like if he stops liking them, they're fucked. They're done. Like they need to leave town. Cromwell was a bit like that. Like once Henry had turned his back, again, this is just what Hilary Mantel says.
Yeah.
Once Henry had got fed up with him, Cromwell was basically fucked because he
Done.
didn't have any other.
Yeah,
big
that was it. He only had
friends.
one guy.
He had one guy.
See, listen, I love all this.
Yeah.
I don't think
I better do my fact though.
anyone that wants to listen to a podcast from Simon and Jay from the Inbetweeners won't appreciate that.
Yeah.
But I fucking love all that, man.
Yeah,
That's so good
thank you.
because it just humanises stuff. When you're in
those books are also so good, like unbelievable. All the Thomas Cromwell books.
When you're
are
in
amazing.
primary school and you're learning about the Tudors and stuff, it can be really heavy.
Yeah,
and it can be like, oh, he was just a king, and whenever he got fed up, he was just like off with his head.
I know. It's just a confusing. It's just a confusing barrage of random facts.
What's fascinating about that?
Not like Ashley.
About all those, like all of even the Tudors and all that and stuff. Like, well, especially the Tudors. They came into power because of they contested their right to the throne or whatever. How precarious.
Yeah, it really is.
And how they had to walk a line constantly. Because when you're growing up and you learn about old kings and queens, you're like, oh, well, they were just sort of like, oh, I am the next person to God. It's my right by God to be. So you can't argue with that.
No one believed that. No one believed that.
Everyone, there was like loads of powerful people that were just like, and very much like today.
Yeah,
they'll be like, we'll have you in we'll have you in.
Yeah, all the God stuff was added in afterwards. That was added in once you'd killed the other bloke and taken all his land.
We'll vote for this president. We'll back this president because they're going to give us some tax relief and stuff like that. And it was the same with kings and queens.
Absolutely.
And they could be. And if they didn't if they took it too far, they would.
That's
they
it.
would
they
go.
Were. It was absolutely. Well, it reminds me of that thing. What is it? If you go for the king, you better not miss.
Okay.
Anyway, look, I better do my fact.
Sorry, Joe.
So look,
I could talk about that sort of nonsense
I would just
forever.
say anyway, I would recommend the various. There's 3 books beginning with Wolf Hall.
Can you text them to me?
Yeah, they're fantastic. You bought one of them for me once, actually.
Oh, did I? I should fucking read it.
No, it's just brilliant. I really appreciate it. I think you bought me the 3rd one, probably. Anyway, so now let's Anne Boleyn to my fact. So we're bowling in. So that's not my fact yet. So my fact is about.
Come on now.
My fact is about the Boleyn.
Edit that out, please.
No, that's right.
For me, it was like Anne Boleyn.
Oh, Anne Boleyn. Anne Boleyn.
Oh, Anne Boleyn.
Oh, I see. Oh, so yes. My version doesn't make any sense. Now let's Anne walk in to my fact.
Yeah.
Right. Now let's Anne Boleyn to my fact.
Does that make it any better?
It does make it. It does.
It was unbelievable.
Thank you.
It was unbelievable.
It was unbelievable.
I don't think I'm the originator of that, but thank you.
No, it's fantastic. So don't get your Hampton caught. So the bowling ground was the home of West Ham United Football Club.
Yeah.
Why is it called the bowling ground? Well, it's because there was a house nearby known as Bowling Castle.
Right.
Although also known as Green Street House. So sort of...
That's where the Green Street elite come from.
That's right. And it was reported that Henry VIII had kind of wooed Anne Boleyn there. Like she'd been staying there and he'd gone there and tried to woo her. So...
And that's how we get to the bowling ground.
That's how we get to the bowling ground. So, yeah.
I'd always wondered that.
Yeah. Well, there you go. So, I mean, I think it's probably one of those things where, like, maybe she wasn't really there, or maybe... I mean, there's so many pubs in
Quite-
this country called the Royal Oak because
Yeah.
they're like King Charles hid in an oak tree near here when he was
Right.
on the run. And you're like, this guy must have done nothing but hide in oak trees because of the number of these pubs that there are. But to be fair, there aren't that many grounds called the Bowling. Well, there aren't any now.
No,
But,
there's none now.
no.
Yeah, unfortunately.
No.
I think there's many a West Ham fan that have that loved. I always called it Upton Park.
Upton Park, yeah.
Um,
It was a nice ground because it was really close to, like, there was like a market and
Yeah.
then it was just sort of there. Like, it felt
Yeah.
like a local ground.
but it wasn't
was
really,
really-
central London either. It was,
Played,
it was
played
East
there
London.
one. Literally did a, like, five-a-side thing there once.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, like a soccer
Is that
sixes or
right?
something. Yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
It was fun.
All
Enjoyed
right.
it.
Well, thank you, Joe, for that.
Well, there we go.
for that
That's
fact there.
uh,
I'm all fact out,
I'm.
Joe.
I mean, I am fact out.
I am fact out. God knows what this episode is going to be because we just
This has been a bit rambly, to be honest.
yeah. This has
We're
just
okay.
been.
Has
this
it
has
been
just
alright?
been-
We're
Yeah,
okay.
Okay.
absolutely, yeah.
Yep.
All right.
There's some shit on the wall there. Some of
We've
it will
had some
stick.
amazing penis chats.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all
Yeah.
the stuff. Yeah,
Bigged
Yeah.
up your bum.
all the
Yeah,
stuff that
that's
I'd like
good.
to keep in.
Robbie
Yeah.
Williams.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
We hope
Great
that you've
stuff.
learned something or had a nice time. We'll be back next week, armed with more facts, chats, and heads detached.
Nice.
Bolin wasn't.
She was beheaded.
She was beheaded. Yeah,
No,
of course
I
she
mean,
was.
Very much so, yeah.
Yeah, she was the second one, beheaded.
come on
Divorced,
now.
beheaded.
Divorce Petty died.
Yeah,
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Divorce Petty survived.
yeah.
Not literally forever, but like
Can you name all the wives? I can't. Catherine of Aragon, Anne Boleyn,
Jane Seymour,
Seymour.
Anne of Cleves, Catherine Howard, Catherine Parr.
Brilliant.
Nicely done. And it's I forget which way around Howard and Parr are. So well
I
done.
think it's Howard followed by Parr.
it is.
Catherine Howard was basically the daughter of the Duke of Norfolk, I think, who was one of these big English aristocrats.
Yeah.
So once Anne of Cleves was out of the picture, he basically levered his own. Well, I suppose my sense would be that he was like, "Oh, have you met my daughter?"
Yeah,
And then she was also killed, and then eventually was Catherine Parr. And I feel like maybe she didn't get killed. So I mean, that's quite an achievement if you've been married to Henry VIII.
I feel like Cleves. She was one of the beheaded ones, right?
Divorced.
Oh, she was divorced.
She was divorced. Basically, she was. It's a
was the
a bit
second-
unfair, but she was rumored to be a bit ugly. She was known as the Mayor of Flanders.
Right. Who was the last one to be? Who was the second from last?
Catherine Howard. She was
Divorce beheaded.
beheaded.
Divorce beheaded died.
Died.
Divorced
beheaded.
beheaded.
Survived.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the second to last one because he would have been a pussy-legged mess at that
I think
point.
it was horrendous by that point.
Yeah.
It must have just been pretty horrible.
And I can't imagine she wanted to marry him anyway, and then she gets fucking beheaded for her troubles. Anyway,
Absolutely nightmare
don't
of
forget that you
life
can
choice.
get in touch with us if you'd like us to fact check something that feels true to you, or any kind of message that you want to get me in to me and Joe. Our email is hello@joeandjamespod.com. Our WhatsApp number is 07822034330, and you can follow us on social media at Joe and James Pod. And if I've garbled any of that, head to the podcast description, and it's written clearly there. So thank you for listening. That's the end. We'll see you next week. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Joe and James, fact up.